Hello guys, what's up? So today I'll bring you a review of the Spider-Man Origins Doc Ock figure released by Hasbro. This figure was released originally in 2008, 2009. Yeah, it's a pretty good figure. I got this figure recently for around $30, which, yes, it's a lot for a figure, but, well, not really. Compared to, like, the Snapshot Spider-Man, this is nothing. Anyways, at least in my opinion. Anyways, so yeah, this figure was originally a re-release of the Series 8 Doc Ock figure by toybiz. You know, it just pretty much has a different base and a different coat of paint, but overall, it's still the same figure. So now let's, so yeah, like I said, this is what the packaging for this figure looked like. And this is the original toybiz figure. And now, here's the base. You know, it's a pretty good base. It's pretty good for this figure. Yeah, there's nothing I can really say about it, just the base. So now let's get on to the real thing of this video. The actual figure. So, you know, as you can see, this figure has posable tentacles. Mine are kind of loose, but doesn't matter. So yeah, like I said, so yeah, and here's Doc. Right. So as you can see, this guy has a really cool face. You know, all the wrinkles, everything. You know, there's like some teeth sculpting here. And then, you know, the glasses are pretty good. You know, the hair is sculpted pretty well. And, you know, this is just a good figure. Because this, like I said, it's just a toybiz re-release. If this, you know, like the new Doc figure by Hasbro, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, there, I said it. I don't like it. So yeah. You know, there's nothing in there that would interest me. You know, the painting here is actually quite unique. It's pretty cool. In there, it's just pretty much molded plastic. Sometimes, because Hasbro can make good figures, but they don't. Okay, except the movie Venom. That one's actually pretty good. But anyways, kind of went on a little rant there. So yeah, here are the tentacles. You know. They have like the suction cups that a real octopus would have. And here are the claws. Now as you can see, the claws are individually articulated, which is absolutely pretty cool. And there's also a swivel at the end of the tentacle, and a swivel where the tentacle connects to Doc. But, you know, having this figure just makes me realize how much I don't like, you know, the Hasbro Doc figure. It's just not good. But anyways, so yeah. Now, let's get on to the figure, not the tentacles. So, you know, the figure has some really good sculpting, you know, thanks to it being a toybiz figure. You know, they're pretty good. There's some slight discoloration in the plastic, you know, from you know, like the whole body and compared to the limbs, but it's not really all that noticeable as with some other figures. But it's fine. You know, for the price I got it, it's pretty good considering that this is harder to get than the actual toybiz one. But yeah, also, this figure is actually kind of broken. I noticed this when I bought it. This is just the Lego piece that that the seller put in there. But it's pretty good. When I actually got it, I did have to sand it down with my Dremel, so it didn't went in all the way. But, you know, as you can see, it goes in all the way, and it's pretty tight. So yeah, I like it. Now, let's get into the articulation of the figure. So, you know, as this being a toybiz figure, you know, the head moves sideways, you know, it doesn't turn all the way. I mean, I guess oh yeah, never mind, it does, but it rotates at an angle. So yeah. There's also a hinge in the neck, goes up that far and down that far. Not a lot, but hey, what can you do? There's also rotation in the arm, 360 up and down. Then there's also a hinge. This is as far up as it goes, and as far down as it goes. There's also rotation in here. Double hinged elbows, pretty good. A hinge in the glove, yeah. There's also a swivel in the joint, and then there's a hinge in the wrist, and there's also a swivel in the thumb, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the thumb. I like it. I mean, I like it, but it definitely does look weird from some angles. Like this, yeah. But it's pretty good. Like you make a fist pose, and it looks quite alright. But yeah, it's pretty good. And there's some hinge articulation in fingers. There's also a swivel at the waist. Now the legs have like this ratchet joints, which is definitely weird. It's kind of like a Baltic joint, to give you an example. But this is as far up as it goes, and this is as far down as it goes. Or well, far back as it goes. Now and this is as far upward the hips go. This is far down, the neutral stance, which, yeah, it has a pretty good range of articulation there. There's a swivel in here. Double hinged knees, which are quite stiff. There's a swivel in the boot, and there's a hinge in the ankles. This is far up as it goes. This is far backwards as it goes. And there's a hinge in the toes, because why not? So yeah, this figure is articulated everywhere. Well, not everywhere. I wish there was like some articulation here, but it would break up the nice gold. But other than that, the figure articulation is pretty good. I have no complaints other than the weird ratchet joints in here and here. Like kind of a little bit of a letdown, just because they're weird. But I mean, after all these years, they still hold poses quite well, considering that this figure was released around 12, 11 years ago. Damn, we're already in 2021. That's crazy. So yeah, now let's get to some size comparisons. Here he is standing next to a Retro Spider-Man by Hasbro, and here he is standing next to the Fearsome Foe Spider-Man with a custom head. It scales pretty well. I really like the proportions, with both figures, even though I don't like this figure that much. But yeah, it scales pretty good. Here he is standing next to Shakira Hips Carnage, and here he is standing next to my custom Ultimate Spider-Man figure. And as you can see, this figure is clearly based on the Ultimate Doc Ock by Mark Bagley. It's Mark Bagley, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, so yeah, these two go pretty well. I really quite like them, and this is why I call him Shakira Hips Carnage. Yeah, it's a dumb joke, I know, but I like it. And here he is standing next to the Spider-Man 2 Doc Ock figure. And overall, what can I say? The tentacles feel pretty much the same, except I think I like this a little bit better, just because the wire is actually going through the middle. And in here, the wire is going to like one of the sides. So my final thoughts on this figure is, if you can get it, definitely do so. If you don't like toybiz figures just because of their articulation and some of their paint application, then I'd still recommend you to get it just because you can actually fit these tentacles into the new dog figure. But yeah, it all depends on you. In my opinion, this is the superior Dr. Octopus. See what I did there? So yeah, if you can get it, definitely do so. So yeah, if you guys like the video, like and subscribe. If you don't, then you know what to do. This is Lacko and signing off.